Bone, Chapter 35.
Give me those cherries. Ow, no fair. Bip. Ha, she got your back. Poof. Hey, whoa.
Would you guys mind keeping it down in here?
Oops, sorry, Ted. Poof.
Ain't it hard enough I'm patrolling the area trying to keep you guys unseen? You gotta go all whooping it up so I gotta keep you unheard too?
Okay, we'll keep it down, we promise.
Just a few more days, Ted, until we finish our plan.
Plan? The only thing I see you planning is a raid on the surrounding cherry trees. These warm summer days ain't gonna last forever, Thorn. You don't hurry up. We're gonna be hiding from the rat creatures in a snowbank.
We're not hiding. Our plan is to attack the Hooded One.
Attack him, huh? Just the four of us? We're gonna walk right into the rat creatures' camp and just pop the Hooded One in the chops?
Of course not. You know better than that.
I'm not sure I do. If anybody wants my advice, and clearly no one does, I say we need to get to Old Man's cave.
He's right, Thorn. We can't do this all alone. Grandma Ben and all the villagers are there.
I told you, Phone Bone, we're not going to Old Man's cave. There's no one there we can trust.
You can trust Grandma Ben.
I said no. Now please go back on patrol and make sure that anyone who comes this way, any bird, any animal, or any insect, anyone, is turned away without seeing us.
All right, I'm going. But when this is all over, Grandma Ben gonna squish me like a bug for disobeying her.
Are you sure about Grandma Ben? 'Cause to tell the truth, I kind of miss her. Excuse me. I'm going to fix some supper. Would you mind handing me some of that fuel, Smiley?
Yeah, okay. It's just that maybe I don't understand the plan.
Could you make a little pile with those droppings?
Droppings? Ew!
Dried animal droppings. Makes a smokeless fire. We can work on our plan while we eat.
Thorn, we don't have a plan.
Yeah, how are we going to get the Hooded One? We don't know nothing about him except that he appears in your dreams.
We know he has an army that's out hunting for you and our cousin Phony Bone.
Yeah, Thorn, who is this guy anyway? I don't know. There's a protective spell around the Hooded One similar to the one Ted and I put around the four of us. But I do know some things. I know the Hooded One draws his power from a dream being called the Lord of the Locusts. These powers let the Hooded One travel in and in some cases even pervert other people's dreams. The more fear he causes, the more powerful he becomes.
So why does he want you and Phony?
I believe he wants us both for the same purpose. To speed the release of his master, the Lord of the Locusts, who's trapped in stone. The Hooded One thinks your cousin and I have the power to help free him.
Well, wait a minute, I don't get it. You have a power, so you might be useful, but Phony doesn't. What's so special about Phony? Besides how loud he is.
Well, during the cow race, he turned the townspeople against Grandma Ben. Then he riled up fear and anger at the dragons for his Dragon Slayer scam. That's exactly the kind of thing that feeds the Hooded One's powers.
We know he causes trouble, but...
Boy, do we know. We got run out of Boneville because Phony ran for mayor.
He chased all the high society muckety-mucks into the river with a giant campaign balloon of himself. Not funny.
It was sort of funny when the angry mob ate a bunch of Phony's rotten prune tots and had to leave in a hurry.
My point is that Phony would never do anything to help the Hooded One on purpose.
I believe that. I do. But we're walking into a nightmare and we need to be careful. That's why the rat creatures are attacking the valley. Every family that is terrorized brings him one step closer to the power he needs to release his master.
Why would anybody want to release the Lord of the Locusts?
Because once the Lord of the Locusts is free, he has to find a mortal form to inhabit. If he takes over the Hooded One's body, the Hooded One will become the most powerful being in the world. Lord of a nightmare Earth.
That's it, Thorn. Pack your stuff. We're going to Old Man's cave right now. This is crazy sitting out here.
I don't trust Grandma Ben.
Why don't you trust her? Jeez, Thorn, you're freaking me out.
You remember the story Grandma told us about the night my parents were killed?
Of course I do. You and your parents were attacked by rat creatures. The nursemaid betrayed you to King Duck.
Yes, we were betrayed. I know many of my childhood memories were hidden from me by Grandma Ben and the dragons, but a lot have returned. And there's one thing I'm sure of. We had no nursemaid.
Who is there? Come, it is no use hiding. I know you are there. Who dares to trespass on the Rokijas Mountain?
Hail, Master of the Eastern Border.
Well, isn't this a surprise? The Hooded One himself. What purpose brings the mighty leader of the rat creature tribes to visit my humble domain?
Humility does not suit you, Lion. I have traveled far to ask a boon of you.
You ask a favor of me? Bah, your journey has been in vain, Holy One. The time for alliances is past. Your lackey King Duck should have delivered that message to you, or perhaps he didn't have enough of his throat left to speak with. Ah, King Duck, how good of you to come. You're looking better than the last time I saw you. What was that? I couldn't quite make out what you were saying. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
Wait. Stay back. Control yourself, Lion. You try my patience.
Your little spells don't frighten me, Stick-Eater. State your business or be off.
I should very much like to teach you to be frightened of my little spells. However, my mission here today is of a more humble sort. You see, for quite some time I have been searching for 3 strangers from another land. I believe you know of them. They are called Bones. Many attempts have been made by my greatest warriors to obtain these creatures, but all have failed me. Only you, Lion, have ever been able to capture them.
Yes, I've captured them. Twice, in fact. What do you want them for?
That is my concern, but time is running short. I must have them before the harvest moon. Can you deliver them?
The harvest moon? Blood moon, you mean? What are you up to, Stick Eater? Are you planning a ritual? A sacrifice, perhaps?
All magic is stronger when one uses the natural waxing and waning of the dreaming rhythms. Answer me, Rokija. Will you do this thing for me?
I tried to give them to you once already, but King Dog insisted I leave them without proper compensation. I did end up with his tongue, of course, but I will want more next time.
You will be rewarded. Name your price.
I will have complete sovereignty over the eastern mountains north of the old temple.
Done.
Not so fast, Stick Eater. Ritual magic on the harvest moon, eh? You must have great plans. I want to be well rewarded.
What more do you suggest?
A tribute. Once a year, your hairy men will bring to me 1/8 of their spoils.
You will have a full quarter if you also bring to me the dead body of the princess.
What? The dead body of the princess? Of what use is a dead body at a sacrifice?
Let us just say that I do not wish there to be any rivals at my party. Do we have a deal?
Done. I'll bring you your bone creatures and your dead princess.
I will be waiting.
Where am I?
Phony, you're okay? You can hear me?
Yeah, great, John. Quit shouting. Man, I feel like I've been sleeping on a rock for a week.
You have. You had a fever and you were delirious.
What? How long was I out?
Days. You were out for a long time.
Hey, where am I?
Look around. You're in Old Man's Cave. Isn't it exciting? Just like tales of the olden days. Back when Old Man's Cave was the mystical stronghold of the Venian warriors.
Whoa, you gotta be kidding me. I thought you didn't like these guys. The town people called them stick eaters.
Oh, that. We thought they were wandering holy men, monks, beggars. We didn't know they were the elite royal guardians of the dreaming. Everybody thought the Venian disappeared along with the kingdom.
Kingdom? Royal guardians? Uh-oh, wait a minute, it's all coming back to me.
Well, look who's feeling better. Good morning, Fonsible.
John, please tell me Grandma Ben isn't Queen of the Valley, please!
I command you to take a walk with me.
Oh, I'm begging you, man.
Sorry. She's the queen.
Gah! My life is gonna suck, isn't it?
Now, Fonsible, it's not that bad. I'll tell you what, if you agree to behave yourself, I promise not to have your head cut off.
Haha, that's rich, I'll say. So what's the deal with all these mystic warriors? This place looks like an army camp.
This place is a sanctuary. It is the center of all that is transcended in this world.
You don't say.
Do you know, Phony, that back in the days of the kingdom, my family used to train here with the Venian warriors?
Oh yeah? Train for what?
To be in two worlds at once. To be here in our world, and at the same time in the dreaming.
And how do you do that?
By concentrating on our kinship with the rest of creation. The dreaming is a great river that flows around us in all directions. When we dream, we peer through a foggy glass into the river and see a world that is connected to all other living things. That dreaming world exists even when we are awake.
You're starting to scare me, Grandma.
There's more to the world than what you see with your eyes, Fonsible.
Pfft, nothing important.
You are without a doubt the most materialistic person I know. Come, I want to show you something.
Bunch of pictures?
These pictures tell a story, and this is the very beginning. Back when the dragons ruled the earth. When the world was very, very new, the first dragon was a queen named Mim. Mim maintained the dreaming by watching its flow and keeping it balanced. The dreaming is a thing of great delicacy, and balance is most important. Mim watched the dreaming with care, and all creatures lived together in peace and harmony, until one day a spirit known as the Lord of the Locusts became unhappy. The Lord of the Locusts was a nightmare being without shape or form who could exist only in the spirit world, but he wanted to move in our world too, and to do that, to become part of our crude reality, he would have to take possession of a mortal being's flesh. He chose Mim, Queen of the Dragons, the most powerful dreamer in the world.
Dragons aren't immortal?
Dragons live for a very long time, but they are mortal. Everything in our world is mortal. The Lord of the Locusts entered her mind, and the Queen of the Dragons went mad. Balance was lost. The world went dark. To save the world, all the other dragons had to move against her. They turned her to stone, and they trapped the Lord of the Locusts inside her forever.
Trapped alive?
Yes, alive. He can faintly communicate with beings who have unusually strong dreams, but to this day, he lies encased in the stone carcass of the Queen of the Dragons. After the fright caused by their queen, the High Council of Dragons no longer felt they should be the sole guardians of the dreaming, so they began to search for a human they could trust, and they found a young girl named Ven. She was Ven Harvestar, the first queen of the humans. She was my ancestor, and Thorn's ancestor. These coins were forged by the dragons as a token of the covenant between our two races to uphold and maintain the balance of the dreaming.
Yeah, real nice. Let's skip ahead a few generations. What's this got to do with me?
A great deal. Someone wants to free the Lord of the Locusts.
What?
And they need you to do it.
Me? What for? I don't know anything about dragons or evil spirits.
The rat creatures think you do.
It's a setup. I'm being framed.
The best information we have is that the rat creatures and a rogue Venian warrior called the Hooded One are searching for you in order to free the ancient Lord of the Locusts.
But I'm innocent. I don't know anything about this. Go get the dragon. You have to stop the Hooded One.
The Dragons won't help us. That's why I've gathered the remaining Venian and reoccupied Old Man's Cave. If need be, we can make a last stand here.
Highness! Your Highness, Lucius Down has returned from patrol.
Thank you. Tell him where to find me.
Lucius! Good old Lucius! He'll save us. He won't let anything happen to you or Thorn. He's crazy about you.
Yes, Lucius has always been very special to my family.
Well, you'll see. All this locust stuff is just a simple misunderstanding. We'll get it all straightened out that me and my cousins can go home, and you and Lucius can get married, and Thorn can...
Married? Why would Lucius and I get married?
Because you guys are old sweethearts. He told me you two were almost married once.
That's ridiculous. Lucius and I never even courted. Why, he wasn't even sweet on me. At least not until it was too late.
Rose.
Any sign of my granddaughter Lucius or the missing Bone Boys?
No, I'm sorry.
Don't be. If anyone could find them, it would be you.
Thorn is using all her skills to throw us off her trail. I'm afraid the dragon was a good teacher. Why would Thorn want to throw you off her trail?
I haven't exactly given her a lot of reasons to trust me.
There's more bad news, Rosie. The rat creatures are on the move again. Hooded One is setting up encampments on all sides of us. Holy smokes! Phone bones out there! There's still time to keep a path clear to the south if we send a unit tonight. Well, go! Go! What are you waiting on, you big ape? Phone Bone and Smiley are out there!
Let him be, Lucius. He's just worried about his cousins.
If you say so. You're lucky somebody looking out for you, Brunt. Otherwise, I'd twist your scrawny neck. Yeah, I hear that a lot lately. Who is this Hooded One, anyway?
I wish I knew.
Okay, just for the sake of argument, suppose all this dream stuff is real. What would actually happen if the Hooded One managed to set the Lord of the Locusts free?
Why, the ends of the world, of course.
You are so weird.
Chin up, Fonsible. We won't give up the valley without a fight. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go check our provisions.